So here we are 1 year later, literally a year to the date. And we're going to do a check in because I truly think some people thought this was a game, that this was not what them people said it was going to be, and that this man was all bark and no bite. We have since found out that everything that they started talking about a year ago, actually longer than, is coming to pass. And so tonight I want us to really start focusing not on the obstacles, right? We know what those are. At least some of us know. Some of us are still hoping and praying things will get better, right? But for the majority of us, we know what the obstacles are. But instead of focusing on the obstacles, I need us to focus on the opportunity. We cannot let them win. And there's so much opportunity. And I'm going to keep drilling that in. We're going to take a look at some of the clips from last year when I was trying to drill this information in. But some people, again, that word fearmonger was created so that we don't pay attention to what is going on. And at the end of the day, we still have time, right? So last year, 2024 was the warning. It was the warning. 2025, it was the proof, right? It was, I could show you better than I could tell you. And then 2026, y'all, that's going to be the turning point. Pay attention to some of the words and the phrases that they are using. And it will make it so much easier and less complicated for us to understand. So if we know that last year there were warnings, we know that this year they executed on those warnings, and we know that next year will be a turning point as things ramp up expeditiously. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let me first go ahead and just introduce myself for the people that may not know. What's up, y'all? I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. And on this channel, we talk all things wellness, travel, and money, honey, from a cultural point of view, from a Black woman's perspective, all with the goal to empower, to inspire, to get us to be about that action. I see one of my action sisters up in the building right now. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás, mis hermana? Hey, Christine, good to see you. I'm glad you're here because I'm gonna reference you and Shell and LJ in a little bit. But welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Um, if you are not familiar with this channel, we like to call our subscribers the Gym Nation. So all you have to do to become part of the Gym Nation family is hit that subscribe button. And sometimes that's the only way you get to participate with the commentary because, I don't have time to be, dealing with the trolls. And so if you subscribe, you're less likely to be a troll. If you subscribe and still decide to be a troll, then you are a sad troll. That's just sadness, right? But I want you to become part of the Gym Nation as we, expedite through this turning point that we're going to call 2026. And we can do it collectively. We can do it together. Matter of fact, let me put my little gems, child, in the background. I just realized I don't have my gems floating in the background. There we go. So go ahead, become part of the Gym Nation. There's a whole host of other initiatives that we have. Many of them can be found in the description box if you want to check later. I will post some of them during the live session. And let me just announce two things. One, if you're watching this later, do me a favor, get to the gyms quicker. Speed up the playback to like 1.5 at minimum, and then you'll get to the gyms. Also, if you're watching this later, if you have any questions, put them in the comment section, and I will get back to you just as soon as I can. I truly want this to be an interactive playground, so to speak, because we're going to need it. We're going to need each other. We're going to need to lean on each other. And I'm just going to play some clips from, last year when I tried to tell y'all, tried to tell y'all. And many of y'all, some of y'all that I called out already have been, oh, hey, Siobhan. Siobhan's been down with the Gym Nation since the inception as well. So I am just glad to see us still here, still active, still being about that action, still participating. The first thing I do want to do is ask you again to subscribe, to turn on notification, and to share this, right? Share this with someone who you think may need to hear it. It's the holiday season. I put a couple of playlists together for everybody. So you have a Stay Ready Part 1 playlist from last year. Then you have a Stay Ready Part 2 playlist from this year. And I believe some of those playlist links are in the description as well. But let's, go ahead and just say hi in the chat if you are a part of the Gym Nation so I can acknowledge you. But in the meantime, I'm going to pull up one of the, you know, one of the videos from, I think this one, I'll let you know in a second as soon as I pull it up. December 7th of last year and December 8th, we talked about job loss. We talked about what that can look like in 2026. And damn if we wasn't on point. And so for those of you who took action, who was about that action, God bless, congratulations. Those of you that weren't part of this community, another reason why I need y'all to hit that subscribe button, because listen, I be knowing, let's just say that. I be knowing. And for those of you that didn't take action, just imagine if you would have. Just imagine how different things could have been. But the thing about it is there's still time because things are going to get worse. So I want you to still, be about that action. So let me go ahead and just play some of. This was from This one is from December 8th. This video was entitled Black Jobs Will Disappear in 2025 and How to Prepare. And once again, this was all in an effort to get us ready, right? And so hopefully you can hear it. If for some reason you can't, let me know. But I'm gonna just go ahead and play a couple areas where I think there's still some insight to be gained. So this article right here talks about 4 employment actions to expect under second Trump presidency. And so we're just going to go to the bullets. Number 1, immigration enforcement raids will be back on the table. Well, we know they're on the table. So this was from, what was the date? November, the day after, but we know though. So pay attention. That was from November 6th of last year, the day after the election. This was also the 4-week anniversary of our Blitz. And so before I forget, we are doing another Blitz this week. We're at least going to do 5 out of the 7. I may be able to do 7, but we have a couple of trainings happening. So I'm going to commit to 5 out of the 7. Tomorrow, we are doing a lunchtime Blitz. Let's call it 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. I will post the link in the community tab after, later on tonight. But the reason why I think it's important for us to do the Blitz, number 1, we have quite a few new subscribers, right? I can't leave y'all behind, nor do I expect y'all to catch up on all the videos from, 2024. So we're going to do a refresher with the Cliff Notes. So you don't have to watch all of those, because in addition to the jobs, right, there's a whole host of other things, right? And instead of us just focusing on the Netflix documentary that is taking over the world, right? Instead of us just focusing on the Candy Burris situation that is taking over social media, let us focus on the things that are really going to impact us. I did, tap into the Candy Burris craze just simply because I think there's so many great gems to learn from her. And so if you missed that video, It's the video that was posted, I believe, yesterday. So go ahead and check it out. So many gems on lessons that we need to take from Canty Burris through everything. So if we're going to pay attention to anything, we're going to pay attention to, you know, how not to go broke. Okay. How not to go broke and how not to be dependent. So let's go ahead and finish listening. Those are on the table because there was an interview done last night, I believe, where that was basically priority. They're going after the criminals first, and then they're coming after everybody else. I hope you caught that. If you didn't, go listen. We're going after the criminals first, and then we're going after everyone else. And then the pushback was, well, who's everyone else? And the response was, everyone else who is not a criminal. He's telling you, like, listen, this is not a game, y'all. So we will be here every day. Again, November 6th, that article was written. December 8th is when this video went live. He's going after criminals first and everyone else next. And barely did he give time to go after the criminals before he started going after others. So again, agency chairs will be replaced. So they already talked about the main agencies like the EEOC, the NLRB. I think it was in another article we pulled up. All four of the main agencies are expected to be replaced from day one. And so that he already has picks for these agencies. And right now they're led, I believe all of them are led by Democrats. That will change. And so will the makeup of the laws, the organizations, whatever gets pushed through, whatever gets passed, and all of that. And the executive orders that's going to come through at those agencies. Regulatory activity will slow considerably. Again, I'm gonna skip through this a little just because this right here, number 4, or go away. Now, this is the key one. This is number 4. Limitations on DEI could be put in place. Let's just scratch out the word could and replace it with will. Limitations on DEI will be put in place. We already see it happening. We already see Walmart came out with their statement and they claim it. Again, I just want to do a little refresher because as I come to you guys this week with more information, I want this to seep in that no, I'm not Nostradamus. No, I, do not have a crystal ball, but I'm very astute. I'm well read. I'm about my people. And so all of that combination right there with a third eye, pay attention. Just pay attention to what is going on. Let's go ahead and go to the next part that I want you to hear from 2024. Again, this was 1 year ago today. It was from pressure from the right. But let me stop this and then we'll get to the next video. Stop screen. Okay. And I would like to know if anybody in here is, still coasting, like not been affected by any of these changes. I'm very curious to know because that is kind of turning into the minority, right? And so here's another clip that I wanted you to see. And let's just go ahead and play. When you don't. So let's get into some resources. This is, for me, something that I have been touting since maybe a couple weeks ago, right? When we talked about the free courses on how to learn self-defense for women and young children. And I hope some of you have acted on that. I truly believe that Listen, y'all. If you still haven't taken those free resources or watched those videos about self-defense for women that are online, please do. There's a recent article about a woman, I want to say she was in the West, who went and wanted to report, I think it was a domestic violence case or something. No one knows where she is now. She was snatched up and is missing. Now, if you know a little kung fu, a little karate crazy, you may stand a chance against these thugs, these I don't even know what to call them without saying something foul, but you may stand a chance. So, once again, please do yourself a favor. In addition to staying ready as it relates to finances, stay ready as it relates to being able to handle yourself or at least try to fight back, please. So, we're going to go over this resource, which I also put in the description. This is our certification guide with clickable links that you can order. But if you don't want to order it, watch this video again. The thing about when you order it, though, I do update it monthly. So every month there is an update with new resources, new free. Actually, the new one is going to be updated by Friday, and this one has free certifications as it relates to AI and all of that. But again, if you want to get the easy breezy cover girl version, right, where you can just get the doc, click on these resources, read more about it, and potentially, sign up, then you can click the link in the description. If not, rewatch this video and then you'll have to, see what's new and improved on your own. But let's go ahead and listen to more about this document and why I put it together. Are too many resources. We are wasting time, right? A lot of us, and I'm guilty at times as well, we sit around 2 hours later, we still scrolling, right? On something, whatever it is. You take an hour out of that time and you learn a skill, you learn technical or like where the world is going, like with AI, you learn self-defense, you learn something that is going to set you up for the changing of the guards. I'm telling you, this is part of the art of war strategy. It's part of every successful. Listen, as I just mentioned, the art of war strategy, and let me bring Christine into this while it's on my mind. We are bringing back, and when I say we, I mean me, I'm bringing back a more intense version of the 28-day accountability coaching program, simply because I was supposed to bring it back earlier in the year, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And the name of the program is SLA, SLA, and it's going to be our strategic life architect. And it's going to be built off the principles. Well, it is built off the principles of the art of war. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And I know so many people are not, they're listening, but they're not hearing. And so I want us to be in this together through an alliance. And so I believe that description is also in the, or that link is in the description. And I'm also hosting a webinar on Friday. Thursday. I'm hosting a webinar on Thursday to go over the SLA program, SLA, Strategic Life Architect Program, because this year is not going to be about resolutions. It's not going to be about vision boards. That's all fine and good. Where's the strategy? Where is the strategy that we're going to need to fulfill and complete? And I'm calling out Christine because Christine, who's in here now, was part of one of the 28-day accountability challenges. And I am so proud. I am so proud of the action that she has taken and where it has gotten her. The same with Shell. Oh my gosh, the same with LJ. I only do small groups because I am heavily involved and I do one-on-one consultations at the higher level. And so I think our group was like 5 people, correct me if I'm wrong. And each and every person, oh my gosh, we did this in April. I believe it was April. Yeah, April through May, early May. These sisters, child, were about that action. And I'm not going to take 100% credit, right? But I am going to say Sometimes you need that accountability. They then formed their own WhatsApp accountability group and held each other accountable. And I am just so proud of the moves and the accomplishments that each of them made. And I wanted to bring this back. We're gonna launch in January, first week in January of 2026, so that by the end of January, we are completely clear. We are going in like stealth warriors, right? We are going to make sure that 2026 is in our control, not anyone else's. Next year will be in our control. And let me, of course, with the creator, right? I'm not going to not acknowledge that. But again, faith without work is dead. And so we are going to put in the work to make sure that we are controlling as much of 2026 as we can. So let's just get back to this document. Defensive strategy that we need. And so let's look up resources. And Kim, aka Kim with the gym, she does the research so you don't have to. Sure do. So we're just going to quickly go over some free certification resources, or close to free, which is like under 100, I say, that everyone at every age demo can start looking into. You can screenshot this. You can come back and screenshot it later. But the actual document with the links will be available for a nominal fee. Again, you don't have to buy it. You can do your own research. However, this document is the reason why it's a Google Doc, is because it's going to be updated monthly. I'm going to update it monthly. And I have, I think I took a month off for the summer, but other than that, it's been updated monthly since December for a full year. And I think I have the dates on there of the updates. So again, this is a document that can be used. You can, thank you, Christine, for adding the webinar. But I will say this, because, I can't hold seats. So the access is available now. The links, I believe, are also in the description. Once those seats sell out. Like I can't, because it's just, I'm a one-woman show, and I say that all the time. So for me to make sure that we stay on course, and the pre-work, and when I say pre-work, I don't want to scare anyone off, but there will be some questionnaires that you have to fill out for yourself leading up to the first week in January. So I'm going to close everything out the last week in December to be able to make sure everyone has time. So let's go ahead and let me stop sharing this. I do want to share another video, which was from, oh my gosh, let me stop. There we go. Which was from 2024 as well. And it was, I want to say this. Okay, so today is the 8th. So it was the 7th, I believe. I'll tell you in 1 second. But Christine says I could take credit. Let me just go ahead and show that, child. Okay, so where is it? I saw it come through. I could take credit. Listen, I'm not going to take credit. Oh, why is this not? Oh, I'm in the wrong. You know what? I was on YouTube. That's why. I'm not going to take credit. You're going to take all the credit, because if it wasn't for you being a part of the accountability 28-day coaching program, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. I just know how I roll, right? And with me, when there's things that I need to do or get done, I need accountability. I need people to be like on my neck, right? And so not all the time, but sometimes, we get distracted. And so I'm not going to take credit, but I am going to compliment the heck out of you for being about that action. You have been riding with us since day one. And so I thank you. I thank Shell. I thank LJ. I thank Sonia. Then another one of my 28-day accountability so I did at the end a year ago. I did an accountability 28-day accountability coaching session too. And her whole thing was about making extra coin, and she's making extra coin. Like she made an extra 5 figures within 6 weeks of the course, and she is way past that. Like, I see her promo. She's so bad. She's paying for ads on like Facebook and Instagram, but she's getting it done, and I'm so happy for her. And she's an inspiration to me too. There's other examples I can give, but I'm just thinking of the ones that are most recent and the ones that, are sticking out. So if you are tired, let me tell you what the Slay program. I know I'm all over the place, but since we are talking about job loss and the wave that has already started with over 10% of Black women being out of the labor force. But that trend is going to continue. And it's not just going to be Black women, but yes, Black women, Black men, women in general will be highly impacted. I could not put together an accountability session or this strategic life architect accountability intensive for my community, right? Because I know what's to come. I know exactly what's to come. And everything that I'm teaching, listen, everything that I'm sharing and coaching are things that I'm implementing. So when I do the Decode Your Talent, Design Your 5+ figure income, my figure is a little higher, but that's because I've been doing this for a while, right? So if your goal is to make 5+ figures in 2025, and listen, and you're not going to join the Slay community, or you didn't get the replays to Decode Your Talent, Design Your 5+ figure income, what are you doing, right? You're not being strategic. And that's why I want us to zone in on the art of war, because these are strategies that they are using. These are strategies that every successful business uses to get to that next level or get to where they want to go, no matter what's being thrown at them, right? And so let's go back to who this is for. So if you're someone who makes huge New Year's resolutions, right, and buys all the planners but struggles to consistently execute, especially past January, you need to be in the Slay Alliance, the Slay Strategic Intensive, right? Are you someone who views your goals in isolation instead of designing your year as a comprehensive strategic campaign where every step builds you higher and gets you closer to that win, to victory, right? If that's you, get in the Slay community. Are you someone who has reached a powerful stage in life? Like, right, you're over 40, but you feel stuck trying to translate your wisdom and experience into a clear, dominant next move? Get in the Slay Society. We are going to slay 2026, y'all. If y'all are still rocking with me as part of the tradition, we are going to slay 2026. The reason I can, smile is because I know that I'm prepping, I'm preparing, and I'm bringing as many people as possible with me, right? Are you someone who knows what you want to accomplish, but you lack the specific tactical framework to outmaneuver procrastination, doubt, and self-sabotage? Is that you? Is that you? Get in the Slay Society. So truth be told, I also coach other people that are not in community, right? But they pay a lot more, a whole lot more. This Slay strategic alliance that we are putting together is simply for the Gym Nation, and we're keeping it limited. And when I say we, I'm the only one hosting, right? I'm going to be the only one helping you develop that framework for your life. So I have to keep it small. I usually, and Andre's part of this too, in January, the end of January as well, we will bring back, I should say, a much higher ticket offer for, people that are still in the workforce that are looking to, it's not going to be called Slay, but think Slay. They're also trying to slay. And so I wanted to bring something back to this community, even with everything else that is going on, that I know is going to poise us for success. So again, if you're someone who buys self-help books and attends all these motivational seminars, yet you still struggle to convert that theory and vision into daily action and momentum. Christine can tell you, I'm all about the momentum. I don't care what nobody says. Momentum is going to get you where you need to be, right? It's physics. It is going to get you where you need to be. And without it, most people stay stagnant, right? Well, if you stay stagnant, most people are not going to succeed. Or if you pop in here and you pop in there, most people are not going to succeed. This slay society, it's not really the slay society, it's the slay, excuse me, it's the slay intensive, right? It's the slay strategic life architect. So we're putting, I want y'all to sit with those words for a minute. We're being strategic about our lives, right? We're building a framework. We're going to act like architects. And we're going to do it in 4 weeks. We're going to do it during January, 4 weeks in January. And this is the same process I go through. I've been doing this and I've been taught, I have the Plan and Produce planner on Beacons. I have, since 2021, this has been my framework to make sure that I stay on goal. And so I know it works and I've seen it work for other people. The only distinction is, and then I'll get back to everything else I was going to talk about. The only distinction is there are 2 levels. You can get in at the standard level, which simply includes, and I could go over exactly what that includes since I'm talking about it. And if I'm doing this now, just in case anyone wants to sign up now, right before the webinar, because Christine can tell you, this is a small group. I don't have the bandwidth to do a large group. I wish I could, right? I wish I could, but I don't have the bandwidth to do the small group. And I'm going to tell you what each level brings you. So this way you're not confused, right? So the standard level, you get the 4-week strategic high density content and accountability, right? That means you're going to come in after you do your questionnaire, knowing exactly what you want to focus on in 2026. So for some people, it's starting a business. For other people, it's moving abroad. For some people, it could be simple things. I want to write a book, right? I want to lose weight. And I'm not saying those things are simple, but I'm just saying it doesn't require you moving away, right? It may not require you making 6 or 7 figures or 5, 6, 7 figures. It may be something that you want to do that you've been sitting on. You want to, take dance classes, guitar classes, whatever, but you've been saying this for the past however long and you haven't gotten it done, no matter how big or small, or like Andrea likes to say, no matter how tall or small, the idea is it's time to get it done. It's time to get it from out of here and out in the world. And so at the standard level, you're going to get the weekly meetups. You're going to get the, you're also going to get 3 free months in the school community, which is our own online community. It's part of the bigger overarching picture. We're going to reign. It's our reign society, right? It's how we are designing our lives to be sovereign, right? To be free and not dependent on the small things that they expect us to have. You're also going to get a art of war strategy system, right? And it's going to be based on principles from the book, The Art of War. And you're also going to get, so that's part of the toolkit, right? But if you're in the VIP section, if you're in the inner circle, that's, what we'll name it. If you're in the inner circle, you get all of that, but you also get 2 one-on-ones with me. And Christine knows, like, I sit there and I go through exactly what your goals are, what your timeline is. Like, we're developing a real framework. So you'll get 2. One is a 2-hour one-on-one. The other one is a 1-hour one-on-one where we midway through do an evaluation. And then you also get the the school community, but instead of 3 months, you get it 6 months so we can continue. And then, similar to how we did in the other program, you have the opportunity to develop a WhatsApp community so you can stay in contact, but at least you'll be in contact on the school community for whoever joins. And the school community on a monthly basis is $49. So that is also included. And if you don't have a copy of The Art of War, I will, send you an electronic copy of The Art of War so that we can stay lockstep together. Again, there's so much more. You can come to the webinar on Friday. Oh, no, excuse me, on Thursday. When is that webinar, child? Let me see. It is in 3 days. So it's Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. So feel free to register to sign up for the webinar to learn more. I will talk more about the Slay community. And I hope that by Friday, is done, right? I mean, yeah, no more seats available because I really want us to get started on the strategy. I was, well, in your butts to make sure that you got accomplished exactly what you wanted to accomplish, right? And so again, if I was picking and if funds weren't an issue, I would definitely pick the one-on-one, the VIP, simply because the gems that you will get from the one-on-one are very different from the ones that you get in group. It's just that simple. And I know with me, again, that's just what I would choose. But either way, you're going to be motivated to get to that next level. And so I did want to get to the oh, I think I have the link available. Hold on a second. And I can show y'all the picture of let me do that too, as I'm looking for. Let me show y'all the image. Oh no, that's not it. Our little branding. So this is the Strategic Life Architect Accountability Intensive. We are playing chess, y'all. We ain't playing checkers no more. Ain't nobody got time for no checkers. We are playing chess, and we are doing it as a generational community. So that means, listen, you sign up, have your daughters, your mother, whoever sit around and listen. Please share the information with them as you learn it. Everyone needs to have a fully vetted plan for 2026. And we're going to go over real life stories. We're going to go over what's really happening, right? So knowing your rights, all of that stuff we're going to go over as part of your toolkit and your arsenal, because things are going to ramp up. Things are really going to ramp up. And not, again, to fearmonger, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. We see it with the news. We also see it with the distractions that they're trying to pull with what's coming out on Netflix and the stories that they're trying to distract us with. Let's not be distracted. Let's not be fooled. And so, again, if you're in here and you did not say hi, say hi. And I am going to pull up. Why can't I pull it up easy? Only because y'all are here. I am going to pull up the other video. Well, there were a couple videos from 2024 December that we are going to reminisce over, because I truly believe that there were many of us that truly just did not pay attention. We did not pay attention. And we didn't think that okay, you know what? Let me do it this way. Oldest. I'm trying to go down order, but it was so long ago. It's going to take me forever. So we talked about, you know what? Let's just quickly, I want y'all to see the screen too. So y'all, child, I'm going to share it while I'm looking for the exact video. I want y'all to see my screen. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see this. And we'll quickly do a recap. So a year ago, this is where we started. I like to do this to remind myself just how far we came. So we started with, I think this was the first one, Black women who are thinking about moving abroad. Then we did what Black people must do now before things really change. 12 countries Black Americans are moving to and why. Watch before planning your move to Mexico. When it's time to move abroad and move on, avoid these traps. Money tips, the truth about Mexico. But let me just get to when things really started. We started talking about passports. This was our daily blitz, right? Stop the analysis paralysis. This is not a drill, right? Less planning and more doing. I'm still on that time, y'all, and I'm not going to stop. So this was, hold on. Their plans versus our plans. I'm trying to get to the jobs, y'all. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So this is where we started. This was a year ago today. Black jobs will disappear in 2025. How to prepare part two. You about to lose your job. And the day before, which was December 7th, was part one of you about to lose your job. Black in America. The disappearing Black jobs. It's time to plan. So this, hey everyone, we are live. We are live. We are live. If you were here yesterday, you knew I had a consultation call. There's castor oil, things like that, the type of vitamins. Now, so you know what I did not do? Hey, Casper 330. Before we get started, everyone in the high probability trading only course, we are meeting tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone has the link. The link is in your email. It's also in the portal, the high probability trading only portal, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please be on time. Someone else who's here is supposed to be signing up. There's one seat, but someone has claimed it. I'm just waiting for the confirmation of it. So hopefully that comes through. That's why I'm not promoting that today. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and get back into product-based businesses. Yes. It also means anybody who's relying on products being shipped from places like China. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, I miss Crystal.
25. How dismantling it would impact the Black middle class. It has heavily relied on it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let me finish.
Reporter Tracy Wilkins explains why it could have an even greater impact on Black people and the economy in our region here. Tracy?
Now, well, as you both know, the nation's largest population of wealthy Black people live in our region, especially in majority Black Maryland counties like Prince George's and Charles. Many of our strong middle and upper middle class Black families were built around the federal workforce. It's the region's largest employer. So we asked experts on both sides of Project 2025 how dismantling it would impact the Black middle class that has heavily relied on it.
And it's been dismantled. For those of you that don't know, the federal government has been dismantled. Many Black higher ups many Black people who were higher up in the federal hierarchy have been let go, furloughed, or whatever. As someone who went to college in DC, know quite a few people that stayed from college and got these great jobs. Luckily, well, many of them have been affected. Most of them have some money, that they're owed or coming in. But the point is they no longer have jobs. And this was something we talked about a year and a day ago. How about that? They were not playing. And if people did not take heed and start planning, I used to talk about future-proofing your income. That was something I really used to hone in on. But for those who, are just getting up to speed, I'm not calling it future-proofing it anymore. I'm calling strategically making sure that you're able to survive, because it's going to get worse. It's not just the federal, it's the healthcare industry. You see what they're doing with the nursing profession. There are so many more areas that will be under attack in an expedited way in 2025, but there are still opportunities, which is why on the thumbnail, it says, I'm focusing on, we're not thinking about the obstacles. We are laser focused as if we are ninja warriors in the art of war on the opportunity. And everything that I'm going to bring to this community is truly about the opportunity. And yes, are there prices on things? Absolutely, because I'm not a time waster. And I know people will waste my time when things are free. People will sign up for webinars and not show up because they are free. But you know what? They won't sign up for things that are paid and not showed up. They will not. And the majority of them, let's just say 60%, are willing to do the work and the action. I just mentioned, oh, who did I mention? Shell, LJ, Sonia, Christine, who were all part of Maximize Assets, Grow Abundance, and were able to also be part of the 28-day accountability challenge, all did the work, all gave what they wanted to accomplish. The big things have been checked off. The big things have been checked off the list. Now, there were some smaller things like, oh, I want to walk 4 miles a day, or I want to, do this or do that. Smaller things that still, everything is not going to get checked off. But when you focus on the big items and accomplish those, God is good. Everyone in the group has either moved abroad or gotten license or legal visas to move abroad. Someone who had never, ever visited Mexico before, but wanted to. She didn't because she believed, it was dangerous. Don't go, you'll get kidnapped. Has been twice since April. And fell in love with it. And so fell in love with the country. So anyway, let's just get back to a little bit more.
A good government job, girl. Get you in DC, get you a good government job. Because you get the the G9 level, and you get this, and that. And so saying all that to say, it was a sense of security for us, right? It was a sense of not having to worry about, as long as you were doing your work, and it didn't have to.
You did not get fired from a federal government job unless you did something really, really bad. And it was a sense of security, and they knew that, which is why they're attacking it. And so again, these were just,
and so for people that aren't aware, save the government money, right?
There was something else I wanted.
The next thing I want to talk about, there's more stuff I want to talk about, but I promise I'm going to be off of this by then. So I definitely want to hit the what do we do now talking points before we end. But we talked about, if you are in a business right now, if you own a business, right now, and it's a product-based business, if you can get your orders in now, pre-order whatever it is you can now to sustain yourself. And I'm not saying overdo it, because you still have to sell the stuff, right? But knowing that the lag times, if you don't after the changing of the guard, it's happening now. Distributors are saying, listen, to people that they do big DEI division. So how
this is
products from the US, then you fall in line with this. If you are part of the federal government, and we haven't even gotten into, that's the other point. We haven't even gotten into, if you are part of a DEI division. So how there's diversity, equity, inclusion, how there are people that were hired, to fill quotas. Unfortunately, that, still happens. And that's part of affirmative action in some areas. If you have 14 jobs, one of those people have to be African-American to represent, the makeup of this country. Well, that no longer has to happen, right? Well, right now it does. Today it kind of does, but we know
now it doesn't.
People are preparing for 2025, right? And so if you fall in line with any of those, if you are in a job where the people don't want you there, like they're looking at you funny already, then we have to plan our next step. I have some more audio and videos.
Again, all of this was from a year ago. I do want us to truly believe that we still have opportunities and we still have options. I want us to, of course, do a reminder of where we came from and the, a year ago, what wasn't, right? What wasn't a year ago and what is today, to let us know that at a moment's notice, or in a year from now, what is a year from now going to look like if you're not properly prepared, if you haven't properly planned, if you have no options? Because as I always say, options equal freedom. And that's exactly what we need. So whatever those options are, and I get it, and I say it time and time again, not everybody wants to move abroad. Not everybody has a desire to leave this country. Great. What happens though? What happens to your safety if you can no longer work your old job, pay your mortgage, pay healthcare premiums? What are you planned for that? And that's what the SLAY intensive is going to be about. The SLAY 2026 intensive is going to get us to make moves like Christine, to make moves like, oh, Casper 330, to make moves. Hey, Casper, did I pull you up? Hey, Casper, sweetie. Another big move maker in 2026, part of the Gem Nation, part of the Maximize Assets Grow Abundance community, part of the high probability trading only community. We are trying to literally get you prepared for whatever is next, right? Stock market's still here. Why not learn how to generate income from the stock market in a smart way, in a less risky way, in a way that is known to be for decades upon decades to be high probability trading? I don't want us to fall into the trap. I had my godson called me Sunday. He calls me, he's like, Kim, he was like, I got a friend. He made $13,000. He made $13,000 in the stock market. I'm only laughing because this is the desperation that we're going to be faced with. He made $13,000, not in the stock market, trading. And all he has to do is send $2,000 to get his $13,000, but he doesn't have it. So he asked me to send it to him and he'll pay me. And I'm like, okay, so he made $13,000 that he can't get unless he sends somebody $2,000. Don't do it, boo-boo. Don't do it, honey. Please don't do it. That is a scam if I ever heard one. And then he couldn't explain it. Because I'm like, okay, so maybe there's some new things that I don't know about, because I'm all about high probability trading. I learned the hard way, meaning, I have to find my rhythm, find my flow, find what works for me, and what works for me are high probability trades. So I had to learn that. So I'm like, maybe there's some new stuff. He's younger. The AI bots are out here botting and everything. So saying all that to say, we don't do that. We don't do risky trades. Or high risk trades. We do high probability trades. And so let me see what y'all are saying. I didn't think about that, Kim, but you're right about the whole accountability group doing all the things. Yeah, all the things. And I'm so happy and proud. And I'm so bad at getting, asking people for recommendations or testimonies, I should say, not necessarily recommendations. I'm so bad at asking for testimonies, but y'all are all going to get an email from me asking just for a quick paragraph of a testimony, because I need people to understand and believe that this is real. This is not make believe. The more you hold yourself accountable, especially with other people, the more likely it will get done. Oh, the other thing everyone gets is the manifestation journal and tracker. So whoever joins the SLAY intensive, you will get and the SLAY stands for Strategic Life Architect, right? It's the Strategic Life Architect Accountability Intensive, right? SLAA. That's what it is. But if you are interested, I did do a bit.ly. I do remember doing that. So if anybody's interested in just going on and registering, see, there's two options though. So I remember what they both are. So if you are interested in just the standard version, it's bit.ly SLA 2026. Also, if you're interested in the VIP version, where I basically hold your hand, which I love doing. I love holding people accountable. People be getting, after y'all get angry at me for the first 2 weeks, when I'm like, where's this? What's that? How's this? How's that? You will be so happy when you get start checking things off the list. So the next one is bit.ly/SLAY VIP 2026. We doing this, y'all. We start December with the, what do you call it? The like questionnaires that you're going to have to ask yourself as we prepare for the first week. So it'll be, I'll tell you exactly what week we'll launch. Hold on one second. I want to make sure everyone. Oh, and you know what I'm going to also do? Because child, I forgot I did this. I tried to do this to make, I don't have the webinar QR code, but I do have the QR code for, this is the VIP. Anyone interested in signing up for the VIP level, go ahead and take a screenshot of that. And then let me see if I can do both at the same time. Oh, and this is the standard. So you can pause, take a screenshot, whatever, but those are the QR codes. So if you're interested in the VIP level, it's the black QR code. If you're interested in the standard level without the one-on-ones and without the WhatsApp group, moving forward, or the extended accountability. And if you don't need the Art of War book, or the manifestation journal, then you could do the standard. Okay. I can't believe how right you were about DEI and those government jobs. Listen, I hate to say I told y'all so, but at the end of the day, and there's certain things I don't really like sharing on here because, people have their own belief systems and everything. But this right here, when you tune in, when you lock in, I spend a lot of time in a very spiritual place called Playa del Carmen. And every morning, sunrises, full moons, I'm on the beat. So again, there are things that, and I've, there's things that happen when you are locked in, basically. And why I had to go on that blitz last year and why I'm doing this little mini blitz this year. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm supposed to travel. I'm supposed to be in North Carolina on Friday. But so that may be a hard one unless it's Friday late night, but we'll figure it out. But I'm definitely doing 5 days this week minimum. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, definitely. If you're interested in the Slay community, handful of people, no lie. The webinar is on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. But yeah, let me see what else y'all are saying. It's definitely real talk. And there's other things. When is Slay webinar? That's Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. The link is in the description and the link is also in the chat. I know Christine posted it. I posted it as well. Yeah, Christine posted it. There you go. Oh, you said thank you, so you saw it. And Siobhan, can you please email me right now to let me know, what's the deal? Because I'm not talking about the other thing. So thank you. This is, I put the link in for the webinar as well. While you was around, God showed you that. And I'm telling you, the fact that people were like, oh, and I have it still in the comment section. Like some of them are filtered, right? But I have the whole fear mongering thing. This isn't going to happen. They can't do this. Yeah, show you right. Things are changing at lightning speed. They are now working on removing birth. Exactly. And they don't want people having dual citizenship. Right. Exactly. And let's not even talk about the 500,000. Well, we already talked about it during our live sessions, but the 500,000 that they are about to get rid of, many of them Haitian, community that have protective status. Yeah, yeah. The first link isn't clickable, but we can copy and paste in our browser. You mean the bit.ly? Are you talking bit.ly, Christine? Okay, so I see your comment, Siobhan. Okay, Siobhan, you don't have to email me in 30 minutes. Can you just type here yay or nay if you're going to take, handle that? Or because I saw your email, but I didn't see the thing come through. So yeah. The bit. Okay, so let me see what's going on with that first. HTTPS BIT. It's working for me. Oh, no, sorry. That's the wrong one. HTTP. Let me see. HTTPS bit.ly SLA 2026. It's working for me. Did I type it wrong in the, let's see. Oh, great. Okay, Siobhan, got it. Thank you. So SLA 2026. Let me put it back in again. HTTPS bit.ly SLA 2026. Okay, that's the standard membership, which gets you the 1 month Art of War Strategic Life Architect program, right? Plus 3 months in the school community. So you can communicate. Y'all can, definitely still ask questions or keep each other accountable in the school community. After 3 months, it's up to you if you want to continue via payment or you're good for the year. Come back later. And then the VIP, you get 6 months plus the 2 one-on-ones, right? 1 2-hour one-on-one with me. And a lot of y'all know I do consultations. You can see my rates. So that's basically factored in there. You get the 2 one-on-ones, the 2-hour at the beginning to set up your strategy, and then the 1 hour midway through. So let's say 15 days in to do a review. We're going to do a check-in, see where you are. But again, this is all because desperate times calls for desperate measures. And maybe y'all just don't want to read Art of War and try to dissect it by yourselves. Guess what? I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you and make it apply, make it applicable to your life as it is today. Because it's 2026 is tomorrow, basically, right? And we really need to take that seriously. We cannot think this is a game. I just showed some insight as to how it was a prophecy, right? Last year was pretty much 2024 was really the warning. We talked about it. It's part of this title. 2024 was the warning. 2025 was the validation, the proof that everything that we went over, including, the stuff we talked about, Project 2025, the stuff that the mainstream media didn't want to talk about, still really doesn't want to talk about, the stuff that these corporate social media sensationalized people now on YouTube still ain't talking about, right? Get yourself in with Dr. Carr, get yourself in with Karen Hunter, get yourself in with Laurie Flavors, excuse me. I think it's Laurie Daniels Flavors. Get yourself aligned with people who are willing to tell the truth through it all, right? Because it's going to get worse, and we need to be in community, and we need to have strategy, and we need to also focus on the opportunities, because there are many opportunities. Imagine the power we have when there's more than one of us, right? That's energy. And so, again, I want us to really focus on the opportunity. Yeah. It's been eye-opening. Oh, thank you, Christine. Yeah, it's been eye-opening. So, again, I just thank y'all all for tuning in. I know I've heard so many stories what's going on, here on this platform. And I've seen some things, people I'm subscribed to. I don't know when they're ever going live. I don't see them. Then people I never subscribed to are taking over my stream, my feeds. So again, just turn on your notification. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be back. And I haven't decided which area we're going to tackle first, but yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to do a review. And let me just see. I'll tell you right now. We will talk about I keep trying to say we gonna be all right. And I believe we gonna be all right. But the ones that's gonna be all right are the ones that are taking this serious, right? The ones that are, if I'm telling you I'm doing stuff for free and y'all ain't even checking out the free stuff, I'm not sure y'all gonna be all right. Especially if y'all just keep coming back, without taking action. But the ones that are taking action, like Casper 330, like Siobhan, like Christine, and if I'm missing other people in here, I'm so sorry. But again, those are the ones that I have faith will be all right because they stay in community, number one. They say what it is that they want, and then they take action. Oh, they gonna be all right. They gonna be all right. So yeah, I'll decide. There's a couple things I want to tap into, and so let me just see what the spirit tells me to do, and I will, because I do want to talk. So one of the things I do want to go over is exactly what's left of this project 2025. Because there's not much, right? There's not much. There is much that they still have to get done, but they are a good portion of the way. What is it? The Supreme Court now is today they are reviewing, is it the birthright citizenship? And there's something else to give this man complete power and control over that. And so, again, we'll talk more about that and where we are with executive orders and all the things. So tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, and those of you who are in high probability trading only, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, link in the portal, email went out. I will send one more email tomorrow morning, just as a reminder, but everyone should know. Okay, so we've been here over an hour. Again, I just really wanted us to tap into the fact that they wasn't funning with us, right? This wasn't no fun. Let's scare them, right? This 2024 was the warning. 2025 is the actual implementation, the rapid implementation. And then 2026 is the turning point. And we're going to talk on the last day, really what that turning point is going to look like. Oh, again, they're trying to incite stuff. Don't pay attention to them. Listen, who went to the parks for free on Martin Luther King's birthday? I didn't. Don't let things that wouldn't have worried you before worry you now, right? They're trying to get a rise. They're trying to get you to get mad, and they're trying to divert your attention. Let's not focus on the obstacles. We focus on the opportunities, period, exclamation point. And we gonna be all right. And with that being said, good night, everyone. Thanks. Don't forget to hit that like button. Will you go over what the digital ID is and what it means for us on one of your lives? Yeah, I mean, I can. I mean, it's where the world is going, right? But I could dig deeper into that. I just don't want us to. Yeah, I could dig deeper on that. I will. I don't want us to. What's the serenity prayer? That I like to say all the time. Let's focus on the things we can change, right? Digital ID is definitely something that has some people in a roar. Let's just be clear, though. if you don't want to get like a real ID, right? Driver's license, and I'm just talking real ID driver's license, and you just want to use your passport to travel, just be prepared to pay an extra $45 each and every time you get on that plane with your passport. They're trying to force people into, what is happening. But like I said, I have global entry. They have my biometrics. I have clear entry. They have my biometrics. I am a resident of Mexico. They have my biometrics. So I may not be the right person if you want to hear fight, 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 fight. Oh, I have an ETA to get into London, an electronic travel authorization. They have my biometrics. There's going to become a time, either you're not going to travel and you're going to stay home and you're going to, sit in your living room and not have a smart TV, have a radio or a transistor radio, and then you don't have to worry about that. But digital ID is going to be a global initiative. In parts of Asia, it's already here. Like, I mean, if you have Ring cameras, like there are so many things that we take for granted that we don't pay attention to, that pretty much equals the things that they're trying to get us in a tizzy about. So I will address that probably later, later in the week or over the weekend. Again, I have to travel on Friday. So yeah, we'll figure it out. But if not this week, definitely next week. Just remind me, Christine. Okay. All righty, everyone. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. Where does the time go? Have a great evening. It is freezing up north. I really hope and pray that y'all are staying warm, but y'all are staying ready. Please stay ready. And be about that action. And to everyone in here that's about that action, I thank you. I thank you for being great representations of the Gym Nation. And I will be asking you for a testimony so I can let the people know and I can shout y'all out during these lives, because one, I think it's motivating, right? When you see other people doing it. And two, I just really need to have my little brag book. I love a good brag book. I got to show y'all. That's another conversation for another day. Anyway, good night, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you then. Bye.